she's under 30 and financially stable. Her start was humble, but smart financial decisions helped her get there, and now she wants to help others. My guest now is Anna Palomino, personal finance coach. Good morning, Anna. How are you?
Good morning. I'm good. I'm a little nervous, but I'm good. I'm
Nervous is
good.
fine. Nervous is normal. Don't worry. I'll take good care of you for the next couple of minutes. You have a story that many cannot tell, even at 60, 65, 70. Um, how did you get here? Give me the cliff notes first, and then we'll go through in detail.
Well, the Cliff Note version is pretty much I had a dream. I had a dream that I wanted to be financially free, completely financially free before age 25. It was a very scary dream, but I knew that eventually it would happen.
And
I
by financially free, Anna, what does that mean? How do you define that?
Okay, so it's about not living paycheck to paycheck. It's about not having debt collectors banging down your door. It's about being able to do whatever you want to do. Money is not an issue. It's about being able to sleep at night knowing that you're fine. You know, you don't have any financial worries hanging over you. If something should happen in terms of your health or your family's health, you're able to take care of it.
Yeah. All right. So let me see how you started out now. You started out in humble beginnings. Your dad was a salesman. Passed away when you were going to do CXC. Despite that, you excelled and you went on to earn a law degree. And you worked a little bit for a firm before you went to selling life insurance. And that's where I'm going to say the magic happened.
That's where the magic happened.
So that is just expanding on your cliff notes to give them more cliff notes. What happened when you were selling insurance that put off the light bulb in your head?
You know, Simone, it wasn't necessarily selling life insurance that caused it. I remember I used to work at a law firm. One Saturday I was at the firm working and I came across this documentary called The Secret. Remember, all this time I had this goal for myself, which was to be financially free, but here I was in a law firm, and if you know anything about law, that's not going to happen in just 3 years. So I made a decision right then and there that I was going to go after it. That's when the light bulb went off for me. That's when I decided that I'm going to do whatever it would take, legally, of course, to, to get to my goal. And it just so happened that I met some people who were selling life insurance. They looked very happy and
Yes.
stable. And I said, I'm going to talk to God about it. I did. And that's where the journey really began.
So you were a financial advisor and you were doing really, really well at it. You won awards and then you left. You resigned. You walked away from the work, Anna, to focus on your own business and to market a book that you had written. You're the author of one or two books? Two
Two
books.
books.
Big Bad Book of Everything and My Amazing Book of Everything. What did you journal in those books that can help us to get to the place that you got?
Boy, Simone, to be honest with you, that book has everything in it that you need to know in terms of getting your life in order financially. I decided when I first wrote this book, fun fact, I wrote this book twice. I wrote it first with just straight facts. This is what you need to know if you're going to do this. This is the procedure. This is what things cost. This is how you need to get there. But I rewrote the book to include my mistakes and just to show you practically what it would look like if you were to do this versus if you were to do that.
Okay.
So that's essentially how the book was written. But I thought about all the things that I wanted to know and I needed to know when I was just starting life, and I didn't, because you know how it is. You just have to go to a million different organizations to find out information, and sometimes information isn't even correct. So you're hitting a dead end after dead end after dead end. So the book essentially has everything that you need to know, as the book suggests. Things you should have learned in school but didn't.
So that's my next question, actually. It's interesting that you said that because I just finished reading Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, right? The book it's a revelation. If anything, what it does is it makes you think of what you could have done sooner, right? So financial literacy in schools, it's not a thing we teach, Anna, but it seems to me that you would be an advocate for something like that.
Right. I am. Everywhere I go, I talk about it. And it's not a matter of, hey, I wrote a book, it's so cool. It's just a matter of, as a financial advisor at Sagicor, I came across real people who made real mistakes, and they're people who they're in the situation 10, 20 years after they've made a mistake. So I think that this is something that if we just put it in schools, if we introduce young adults to it, even before they get a job or even before they start working, we can prevent all these mistakes. And something that people don't explore is that these may be financial mistakes, but they have serious emotional
Of
implications. They
course.
have serious familial
Of course,
implications.
quality of life implications.
Right,
So
right.
how we can stop living paycheck to paycheck? Because I got carried away talking to you about the other things, and we have some points to get through. You have to address your mindset. Talk to me quick about
Right.
that.
Your mindset is so important. So I have a program called the Money Society, and I kickstart the program with each cohort with just the mindset. If your mindset is not correct, if you're just all over the place, if you haven't addressed your mindset, all of this will be in vain. You can earn all the money in the world. You will lose it if your
Yes,
mindset isn't correct. That's
correct.
something that I experienced, unfortunately.
Ah,
You earn some money, but your mindset isn't there. You don't have your goals done. You don't know what you want for your life. It's something that can really mess you up if you don't have that done.
okay, you want us to do nothing for 2 weeks and observe ourselves?
Yes, that is actually a very big tip, because the thing is that as necessarily aware of what we're doing at all times. That's why they're called habits. You just do them automatically.
Ah,
So what you do, you just sit down, or just keep living, I should say. Go about your day as usual. Go about your days as usual. But just be observant. Just say, oh, I normally stop here to get coffee. Or, hey, my phone rang. My friend invited me out and I just agreed. So now I'm at Fridays drinking and my bill is now XYZ. So you just need to be very observant for a little bit. Just understand yourself a little.
okay, automation. If you have debt, get to know and understand your debt, engage your creditors, then devise a plan. Multiple sources of income. Can I get an amen? That's so important. People
Amen.
discourage it, but it's so important, right? Revenue streams.
So important, especially now. I think COVID-19 really showed us that you need to have multiple sources of income. And especially if you have debt, I think people always ask me, how can I get out of debt? What's the hack? What's the cheat way? It is to get another job or to get another source of income. That you can allocate that source of income towards just clearing your debt, and you'll clear it a lot faster if you
Yeah,
do it that way.
yeah. And the way to know how to do that is to invest in your financial education, which is the last thing
Right,
that you encourage
precisely.
us to do. You can help us do that, Anna. So, how do we find you?
Well, you can go to my website, annapalomino.com. At the website, you can purchase the book. Very easy process. If you want to, I guess, just chat, you can message me there too. I also have a YouTube channel, Anna Novia, where I just it's free financial education. You can go on there and just learn. That's all it is.
And you provide sessions, so somebody can say, I'd love to meet with you to figure out my financial future. You coach us through that.
Right. So that's the Money Society. It's also on my
Okay,
website, annapalomino.com. You
okay,
can just send a request there and we can have it scheduled.
okay. Awesome. Um, yeah, I love this. Your story is fantastic. The book can be found in bookstores or only online?
Only online,
Okay,
annapalomino.com.
gotcha. All right, lady. We'll keep on empowering people. Trust me, if more people had information like this, a lot of people's lives would be different. But I'm glad you're doing it, and I would encourage anybody
Thank you.
who can to log on to Anna's website, annapalomino.com, and find out how you
Right.
can change your financial future. Thank you very much, Anna. See, it was painless, right?
It was. I
Oh,
really enjoyed this. Thank
thank
you.
you. Thank you for stopping in this morning. Personal finance coach, Anna Palomino. All right, guys, girl talk, a different type of girl talk. On the other side of the break, couples and chores. Stick and stay for that.